I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. She had repeatedly threatened to kill her 72-year-old mother with a 12-gauge shotgun during a July 2011 incident. Today, saying he didn't see much chance of rehabilitation, Ulster County Court Judge Donald Williams sentenced 42-year-old Lois Lebrano of Napanoch to 18 years in prison. Lebrano was convicted of attempted second-degree murder for holding the shotgun to her mother's head and firing a round that narrowly missed hitting her. Her mother, Arlene Lindsay, who lived with Lebrano, was able to escape to a neighbor's home. Lebrano then barricaded herself in the house for 3 hours before being talked out by hostage negotiators. Lebrano could have received up to 25 years in prison. A high-speed chase that began in Middletown ended in the town of Wawayanda this afternoon when the pickup truck police were pursuing veered off Route 6 and crashed. The incident began when the driver failed to comply with a police directive to pull over near Beatty Avenue. A chase began through Middletown and then into Wawayanda, with speeds hitting around 80 miles an hour. The driver was taken into police custody at the crash scene. Check back here at Record Online for further information. Busy morning for Goshen firefighters who were called out at around 4:20 a.m. to deal with an accident where an SUV had overturned along Police Drive in the town of Goshen. Town police say the driver, Brett Burkle of Narrowsburg, told them he had swerved to avoid an oncoming car and lost control. The SUV flipped over after hitting an earth embankment. Goshen Fire Department members were brought to the scene to free the driver, who was pinned in the wreckage. Burkle was taken to Orange Regional Medical Center for treatment of head and arm injuries and later released. Orange County Legislative Chairman Michael Pillmeyer unlocked a door to the County Government Center in Goshen earlier today, allowing the news media access to the building. It's been closed since Tropical Storms Irene and Lee blew through the region almost a year ago. And members of the Special Legislative Committee that will issue a report on the building's condition and its future options provided a tour of sections of the structure that has sustained water and mold damage. Committee members say getting a first-hand look inside will help them decide whether to recommend repair or demolition and replacement.
Well, we have an asset, or at least was formerly an asset, worth a considerable amount of money sitting here idle and collecting more water damages, and we have a responsibility to make a decision as to what to do about the future of this building and the future of the Orange County Government Center offices altogether.
We felt very strongly that as part of our charge that we actually take an opportunity to look exactly at the condition right now so that we can report back to our colleagues.
It will be up to the full legislature to ultimately decide on a course of action for the Government Center building. An attempted move towards construction of a new building failed to muster the necessary votes earlier this year. Lawmakers are hoping to reach a decision in the next few months. In the meantime, FEMA recently announced it would provide $3.6 million to the county for damage repairs, far above their original estimate of $535,000. In the town of New Windsor, the search is on for the man who stole bags of cash from an employee of a restaurant who had come to an area bank to make a night deposit. Town police say an employee of the local Popeye's Chicken was confronted by the suspect as he arrived to deposit the cash at the Bank of America branch on Windsor Highway shortly before 11:30 last night. The suspect shoved the employee against the wall, struck him, then ran off with 6 deposit bags towards Route 94. Police say he dropped one containing $200, but about $4,000 was stolen. An initial search with a Newburgh canine unit failed to locate the robber. They say it's their attempt to promote dialogue in the city of Newburgh. Last evening, family and friends of Michaellebhart held the first in what they say will be 15 evening vigils, 15 representing the number of gunshots that were fired at Lebhart during a fatal confrontation with police. Relatives lit a candle across the street from the apartment where the shooting occurred and hung a poster that said, "One gunshot wound to the left arm. Go to a council meeting." The vigils are scheduled to end August 27th with a rally on Lebhart's birthday. The continuing attention to the incident is not sitting well with police. An Orange County grand jury had cleared the 2 officers involved of any criminal wrongdoing, concluding that they had acted in self-defense. The case against accused murderer Yannick Evina-Ze is moving forward. The 30-year-old Newburgh man was arraigned today on murder and manslaughter charges for the killing of his girlfriend last month. On Monday, a grand jury indicted Evina-Ze on charges he killed 20-year-old Alexis Harris inside his mother's West Street home July 21st. Bail for Evina-Ze was set at $500,000 cash and $2.5 million bond. An Ulster County man will be transferred from county jail to a town of Plattekill courtroom tomorrow following his arrest on a host of charges, including criminal sexual act. 50-year-old Alton Thomas of Clintondale was arrested when police responded to a 911 call for a domestic disturbance at his home, where Thomas allegedly tried to choke his victim. Drug-related charges were added when police discovered marijuana plants growing in the residence and the remnants of crack cocaine. And it's a sign that summer will soon give way to fall. The 37 football teams that make up Section 9 open camp Monday. The start of practice sessions that will lead to Section 9's opening night, which is set for Friday, August 31st. There's plenty of optimism in the air at Newburgh Free Academy, where the NFA Goldbacks hope to repeat as sectional champs and, like last year, reach the Class AA state championship game in Syracuse. The Times-Herald Record sports team will provide stories and information all season long at Varsity 845 here at Record Online. Well, less than ideal weather is on the way for Wednesday. It'll be cloudy with showers likely. The highs will reach the low 80s. Thursday looks better with temperatures in the middle 80s under a partly sunny sky. Make Record Online your choice for breaking news and get caught up on all the day's developments by reading the Times-Herald Record tomorrow morning. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.